It's usually a good thing to have some kind of a little notepad in your pocket or a business card or something like that, so that when you're talking with people, you've got a way to give them a note, some contact information or some things that they might look up later, a way to remember you by. And I've tried business cards, and I've tried a few other things. There's little picture cards, and they cost money, and you got to reorder them, and the information on them might not be exactly what you want. So what I've come to is this technique where I use these little cards here that are a notepad that uses only one sheet of regular printer paper, and you need a pair of scissors to do it. So the way that these work, and I kind of like these, but the way these work is that you peel off one piece of paper, you write a note on it, and then you can peel off a piece of paper, and then the whole thing still stays together. So let me show you a little bit about how this works. So you need a sheet of paper, and then once you've got that sheet of paper, you'll also use this pair of scissors, but you fold that in half once, so that's one fold. Then you fold it in half again, and then you fold that in half again. So you end up with this here that's folded into this little quadrant. I think this is 1/8 of a page. And then once you've done that, then you make a few cuts. You cut down the spine of the paper, and then you cut these edges here. So after you've cut this, then you cut all of these short edges. And then after that, you cut, there's one more cut right here, which is this folded edge right here. You can also not cut this edge here all the way through, and you'll end up with, actually you can cut it all the way through like I did on this one, or you can cut it partially through, which gives you, where are you? There. So it gives you this, which has these two pages held like that. And so there's how you set up a notepad with just one piece of paper. And so let's line up those two corners, put a fold on it, and then line up these two corners, pull a fold on it, and then line up these two corners, and then put a fold on it. Then use the scissors and cut the spine, but when you cut it, you don't cut it all the way. You leave a little bit of a gap right there. And then you cut these short spines, and again you leave a little bit of a gap, and then you cut these ones and you leave a little bit of a gap. The last cut that you do is this fold here. This fold is the one that holds the two halves of the sheet of paper together. It's actually easier to do if you hold the whole pack. And on this one, I'll leave a little bit of a gap, but on this one, this is the way I usually do it. I cut it all the way through. And what this does is this gives you a little notepad that is a nice size, and it fits into your back pocket, and you can pull it out, you can make a little note on it, and then you've got a spiffy little notepad that didn't cost you anything. If you want to pre-print it with some information, you can do that. Otherwise, you just use it as is.